Hello. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm parked in an area that I mentioned before, facing this big concrete wall, and I don't want to say where it is because there's very few people that know about this place. And when I say few people, I mean other van people. I've seen a couple of vans parked here overnight. I still got to check out the sign down here. But you can park here all week except one day. And that's what I got to go check. Today is Thursday. So, oh man, I'm going to try to make this real quick. But I did mention that I bought a new cell phone, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, in credit because I can't pay $350. It's a refurbished one. So I really hope also that it's in good condition and not all overly scratched, especially the screen and the rear lenses. I bought that because that's now going to give me 3 camera angles. One is this cell phone, which is very limited. The other one is I brought my GoPro and I figured out how to record continuously. But the problem with the GoPro is that the audio is terrible unless you buy this stupid dongle where the price used to be $49. Now it's $59. I'm like, screw you, GoPro. And they're the only ones that make it, unfortunately. So I said, if I'm going to spend $60, I said, and I loved my Samsung Galaxy, but I was so dumb to lose the damn thing. I said, just buy it again. And I was able to buy it in payments. It's going to be, I loved that phone, by the way. And you could literally turn it into an actual computer with this dongle that I have. It's a hub, but it's also a DeC hub. I think it's called DeC or DAC. Anyhow, I'll show it to you guys later, but it doesn't arrive until Monday, this coming Monday. So that'll give me a lot of opportunity, you guys, to record multiple angles and then mix them up all together. So this way you can see a lot more instead of just me. I mean, I know I'm, cute and, handsome, but, and you love my hair. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm gonna have to limit myself, my vanity, huh? But I think it's gonna work fantastic. And by the way, I had to leave the apartment today. I brought a lot of toys to use so that I can keep busy. And I don't know if I should tell you. I've got a number of weapons here that I can defend myself with. So, but let's just say that I might show it to you later. But but I did plan very well this time, and that's because I did not want to just sit around in my van twiddling my thumbs or be limited to just my guitar. So I brought my other guitar and I brought some other toy, but unfortunately last night or the last few days living in that place has been just extremely stressful, because of the jerk living upstairs. And I just had it. But I was stressing out so much, you guys, that it became a mental health concern of mine. And so I began to desperately look for mental health support, and I got an appointment. Unfortunately, it's till next week, Thursday, but it's at 8:40 in the morning, and it's very close to where I'm parked right now. So anyhow, so last night I literally was about to have just an awful nervous breakdown. It was terrible. And I had to take some Klonopin, a 0.5 milligram of Klonopin. What I ended up doing is, the sun's going down. Boy, did I get lucky and turn off all the electricity, well, mostly the electricity from the refrigerator freezer right on time, because as you can see, it's getting dark. So I can only show you this wall, but this is what's good about it. I can open the door fully, and there's nobody above me. It's just an enormous wall, and there's a lot of cars parked out here, and and there's a car behind me and in front of me. It's in a pretty nice area of Little Italy. And that's all I'm going to say. It's in Little Italy. I can actually walk out here very safely to walk my dog, because I stayed here before. There's a hotel right on the corner here. And it's like almost right in the heart of Little Italy. But sometimes you have to be careful, because there are a few people, homeless, that are wandering up and down the street, because at nighttime there's hardly any light, okay, that are, light, street lights. So it's a little bit dark, but for the most part, I'm just gonna take my chances, and I'm not gonna be scared. Because again, I have a number of weapons that I can defend myself with. And I also have my beautiful dog that does bark very loud and very aggressive if he sees something that he does not like. Oh yeah. I've had people approach the window or the door when it's open, and as soon as they hear them, they get scared. Yeah, they get scared. And it's a little tiny fucking dog, Max. Max is deaf, but he will definitely sense the bad vibe, and the people that approach definitely feel it, and they start walking away. So that's good. I was going to show you. I'll be showing you tomorrow a video of all that I did today to prepare to get out of the apartment. Because again, it was so. Oh man, so stressful that my head was starting to hurt. I had to buy earplugs. It was awful, all that noise upstairs. It was just awful. And I got a letter, also a warning because the dick from upstairs complained about the day that I went to his door and kicked the door. So whatever they told the management people, I won't know. But all it said in the letter is that this is my first warning, and it says that I was a nuisance, that I practiced in inappropriate aggressive behavior, but it didn't say anything about what I did exactly. And I said, well, it's got to be only one person. Who else? The guy upstairs. I said, fine. So I wrote back, man, and it went on and on and on, man. The noise from the guy. It's like, and then one of the people that are in that building, they're called Telecare. they're supposed to represent you for problems that you're having. Okay. So this lady was kind enough to come over and talk to me today. And I think I made a very good impression because she told me straight out. She goes, dude, you look very tired. You look very stressed. I can see it all over you. You know, and I went off, you know, and told her what was going on, what happened, etc., etc. And then I said, you know what? I said, you know, I have so many projects to do in my life. I said, I've been trying to write an autobiography. I told her, I've been trying to write music projects. I've been trying to find a part-time job. I've been trying to find other music collaborators. I've been trying to do audio and video production also, and to find part-time jobs as an audio and video producer. And I said, you know what? I forgot her name. I said, you know what? I said, all of that is dead. I said, I can't do none of that. You know, I said, how can I sit there behind my desk and all this fucking noise is coming, you know, like, and I explained to her what the kind of noise was, you know, boom, 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 boom. And I said, all this dragging, like fucking boulders, you know, like what the fuck is he dragging? A body? What? A torso? You know? And I said, what the fuck is he doing? You know, is he that productive in his life that he's got to make all this noise? I said, fuck no. He's a fucking freeloading drug addict, lazy ass motherfucker is what he is. You know? I even asked her, does he work? I said, I asked her, does he pay rent at least like I do? You know? So anyway, so I have an appointment next week to talk with the actual housing department to see how we're going to solve this. So I told her, you know what, the only way this is going to be solved is if you move me to another freaking building out of here. Or you put me like in another room on the 3rd floor, like way the hell in the corner, away from everybody, I said. You know, and I sure as hell don't want to be in the same side of the building. It's a building in the shape of a like this, like an L. And I'm in the longer side. And I said, I sure as hell don't want to be on this floor, on the 3rd floor of this side, because I said, the whole fucking floor, 3rd floor up there, man, they're all, I don't even want to say it, okay? It's not safe, let's put it that way. So I told her, if they can put me way on the other end of the other opposite side of this building, I said, you know what? I would be very happy. She told me, unfortunately, all the rooms are taken. Everyone. I said, well, whether, if I leave, even if I leave, I said, and this guy stays, I said, I feel sorry for the next person that comes in here. I feel sorry for them. Unless they're able to tolerate it, but I don't know how they're going to tolerate it. You know, I don't know. But last night it was pretty bad. So I guess I worked myself so much, man, from all this stress in that fucking place, man. I just began to lose it, you know. And so anyways, you guys, I pray to God. I pray to the Lord. I pray to God that today, tonight, it is peaceful here. It is safe here tonight. I pray, Lord God. I pray that it's a peaceful night, Lord God. That there's no danger here. I'm in a beautiful area, you guys. I'm in a beautiful area, neighborhood. But like everywhere, it's not saturated with a bunch of homeless people here. It's not. But I've seen them, you know, in the little bikes with a little hoodie once in a while, you know. But it ain't as bad as where where the apartment is at or downtown. No, none of that. I mean, you can walk your dog here at night. You know, like I said, I stayed here once in a hotel right behind me. And you could be out here at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and tranquilo, todo tranquilo, everything really nice, you know. Yeah, you might see a homeless guy, poor guy, you know, on the side of the street, you know. I mean, really in bad shape. But that's nothing, you know. I'm more concerned of the younger guys that are in their hoodies and in their little BMX bikes, you know. Those are the ones you gotta watch out for. So I prepared a lot of food all day today. I got lucky and I went over to I'll show you tomorrow. I'll do a video of everything I did, and I cooked a lot of food. I said, because I only have 2 1-pound propane cylinders. And I said, you know what? I said, why don't you take advantage of the apartment right now and cook as much food as you can. Prepare it. And then just put them in Ziploc bags and freeze them, stick them in the freezer. And this way you won't have to use so much propane when you cook. All you got to do is warm them up, okay? And boy, am I prepared. I am prepared, you guys. And I look forward to it. I also look forward to playing, you know, my guitar, and another toy that I brought, you know, which I won't tell you right now, but it's a surprise, okay? And I brought clothing. I have water. My porta potty is practically empty. I have shower water also, I mean, I was so happy to leave today that I even went to 7-Eleven and got me a coffee and some donuts. You know, I mean, I was really happy, and I started to feel that release of negativity. It's almost like every time I go there to the apartment, it's like it's filled with this anxiety and stress. It's like these demons are all over the freaking building, all outside, inside. It's like, my God, there's no peace in there. There's none. There might be some if I was on the 3rd floor, you know. So I did discuss about moving to Mexico, and that is still on the agenda, but I'd have to sell the van. And another reason I left the apartment is because, and I brought the GoPro, is because sometime this week I gotta take some video of the inside, the whole freaking thing. I gotta make the bed nice and pretty, you know, brush the carpet nice and clean, and I have to start marketing it. I have to start selling it and see what happens. I may have to take a big loss, because the sooner I sell the van, the sooner I can get the hell out of here. Again, it's getting towards that direction, towards selling the van and going to Mexico, because I don't have a lot of options. Okay, I don't have a lot of options anymore. The good thing is that I did call the Section 8 housing department, and they told me that if I left that apartment, I would not get penalized and I would not be booted out from the waiting list of Section 8 that I've been on it now. She goes, you're coming on almost 11 years, she said. Wow. Well, sadly, but in a good way, you know, all of these undocumented illegals that are renting, you know, with Section 8 vouchers, as much as I don't like Trump, I think he's doing a good thing about get out, America first. You know, again, I don't like the guy that much, but he is doing a lot of good things. Anyhow, I don't want to go into politics. I'm not a big supporter of him, let's just put it that way, but I do believe the guy is doing a lot of good things. So anyhow, so I hope that maybe once all of these illegals and undocumented and people that have taken advantage of the Section 8 vouchers could, you know, get thrown out, that it'll help all of us who are on this Section 8. I mean, people that are like elderly, man, veterans, U.S. citizens, like me also, you know, will get those vouchers to us, you know. And I'm sorry, my Mexican race, but America has to worry about their own people. America has to worry about their own people. That's all I can say, you guys. America has to take care of their citizens. Everyone, you know, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, American Indian, you know, Protestant, atheist, transgender, whatever, non-binary, whatever. Everyone, American citizen, has to be taken care of first. You know, I'm sorry, but why give all these freedoms to undocumented people that are coming here and taking the resources from U.S. citizens? I worked for many, many years, people, to qualify for disability income. You know, why did they give me $49 in SNAP food stamps? And why did they give Paco over there, who hasn't done a fucking thing in this country, and he gets, and there's not even legal, get hundreds in SNAP? Why? Doesn't make sense. You know, families with kids, they're the ones that should be taken care of. You know, us U.S. citizen, elderly people, you know, elderly people. Anyways, that's my rant, you guys. I do appreciate you watching. Tomorrow I'm going to do a really nice video, and I'm going to show you what's in my fridge. and a few other things. So I have to try to relax tonight a lot. If you're a religious person, I am kind of. The reason I say kind of is because I'm not like a fanatic, but I will say that I have asked Christ, you know, to come into my life. Yes, and just recently I did that too. And I began to pray and to start believing in Christ. So if you are a believer of whatever faith you are, I ask for your prayers, people. I ask you sincerely to pray for me and my little dog, for our safety, for guidance on the direction to take, whether it's Yucatan, whether it's the trailer. It hasn't gone out of my mind either, the trailer. You know, the trailer, go look at land in go look at land in towards Ensenada, towards San Quintin. You know, buy a piece of land, put a trailer, and build your little wall overlooking the ocean somewhere. You know, something. Or sell the van. Just for guidance, I ask that you pray for me for that. And, you know, for my health, for my dog's health. my safety, that no harm comes, and that I will have, God will give me the wisdom and the patience to deal with a negative circumstance if it arises, like a violent homeless person, you know, something like that. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.